So it's day 5 of our journey from Portugal to the other side of the world, to New Zealand. So it's the 4th episode of our podcast, right?
Right.
Yes, thank you. Which we have named Honeymoon.
No, the name is to the other side of the world.
That's
People
that's an
call it
inside joke
honeymoon.
because there is an article about us in Gazeta das Caldas. In Gazeta das Caldas, which they call us. The title is about a honeymoon, the trip being a honeymoon. So that's the joke. So it's day 5, and we are in Spain, in Extremadura. We are in the middle of nowhere. In the morning, we started in the Villanueva del Fresno, where we slept on the little park next to the ruins of the castle. Well, it turns out it wasn't the best spot because I think we set up the tent in some dog shit. So that's it's an argument for the footprint, because the footprint smells very bad now and it's very disgusting, but the tent is clean. Are you awake?
Yes.
She's barely awake, by the way.
I'm barely awake.
Okay, so from that happened. We went to a coffee in the morning, and we just continued on the main road.
Wait, speak about the tostada with tomate.
On the it was very it was delicious.
It's a fun fact that you ask a tostada with tomate, acete,
And Renata being vegan, that's the only thing she can ask.
No, with the aguacate, with sometimes with jam. I have more options.
Yeah, but usually it's tostada with tomato.
But the funny bit is, it comes not done.
Well, the bread comes toasted, and the tomato is on the side, in a little container, grated tomato.
And you have a container with olive oil, and you have a container with salt, and you do it yourself.
So they only toast the bread. That's the funny part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes.
Yeah,
not
but
all the time.
it sounds less funny when spoken out loud, although it was very funny when Renata was given a whole tomato as part of the tostada.
Not this time, but once.
Yeah, once.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a breakfast, and it was nice, and there was a good public bathroom, that was great, and we went to a shop, we had food, it was all good, and we went down the main road. We continued. We even met some cyclists. That was today, right?
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, there were cyclists on the road. That was very cool. Because we've not seen cyclists for a while. And at
then
some point,
we turned left.
Yeah, we arrived to. We sort of had a little breakdown of planning where to go, and we ended up completely changing the route and going to, I think, potentially the hardest possible road, which took us through 35, say, kilometers through absolute wilderness. Not wilderness, because there's not much wilderness here, but it's all just forest. I don't know how to call it. Like private huge properties with cows and pigs and things and trees.
Well, some are farms, so farms.
Farms, yes.
Lands.
Yes, a lot, but all private. And through the middle of that goes a stunningly beautiful asphalt road with absolutely no traffic on it. But it sounds like a dream. Everything sounds very nice. The views are stunning. Everything is beautiful. The problem is there's a lot of climbing. It's 700 meters of climbing? I think 600, 700.
Well,
since we turned off.
The total of today was 1,200.
200 almost, yeah.
So I don't know when we started the road.
But it's a huge route with a lot of climbing. And we sort of decided on it out of the blue. And was like middle of the day, late, at like 3. So it was 30 kilometers, 35k, but with so much climbing that we didn't think we could do it. We weren't sure. Turns out we could do it. It was quite tough. It wasn't the easiest road, but I think we dealt pretty well. We just took a lot of breaks and took a lot of photos.
Yeah, the good part of being like it's a Camino Rural, like an alternative road. It's we could stop in the shadows, and that saved our lives.
Yeah, there was plenty of shadow also in comparison to the main road, where it's just frying pan. Like we were the first time we were taking a break on the main road. I think we were riding for half hour just looking for a spot to stop.
Yeah, that is true.
But I was quite close to a deer. It was in the middle of the road. It was very, very cute. We have very big ears. I also saw a vulture taking off from a tree very close to me and stealing a mice or something off the ground. I don't know what it was, but I know it took something. It hunted something. It was very close, and it's a fucking huge animal. Jesus Christ, it's so loud. It almost threw me off the bike. I was so scared. But well, majestic creature. What else did we do today?
Well, we arrived here.
We arrived to because the whole thing about the route is that it's not just the nice road that was telling us to go here. It's very much en route and like 10 kilometers or less before a town we want to go to. And we couldn't find a spot to sleep. And I just randomly stumbled up on a funky place along this route. It's called Fuente something. So a fountain of something. And it's literally in the middle of nowhere, just a fountain of water, of drinking water. And a couple benches and just a field of grass.
And too spiky for our taste.
Yeah, the grass is completely burned and cut. So it's pretty much impossible to set up the tent. Well, it's possible to set it up, but once. But we found a patch of sun and it's fine. But yeah, the place is very, very funny. It's in the middle of nowhere. And I think the funniest part actually of the place is that we've seen 3 cars all day. Well, on this stretch, on this 35k. And since we arrived to the little rest area with the fountain, we've seen already like 10, 15 cars, like 5 of which stopped here and either stopped for picking up water, or the people that were here right before we started this just stayed here for like an hour, sitting down and doing nothing.
Well, like they were looking to the sky.
Yeah, they were sitting in recliners in the like pitch blackness. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. But fortunately they left. Unfortunately they left so late that we didn't have a shower, which we wanted to do, and then wash the clothes. But at least we have drinking water, which is important because we were sweating so much. We drank, I don't know how many liters of water we drank on this stretch, but Jesus Christ. I drank like 4 liters of water. No, 3 liters. It was a lot. We had noodles with pesto for lunch, pesto and onions. It was supposed to it should be pasta, but well, we had noodles, so and it was still quite nice. And that's it. And now we're in the tent set up. You can probably actually hear the pissing of the water in the background because we are set up very, very, very close to the little fountain itself. And tomorrow morning we are hoping for a little swim and shower. Well, swim is a big, very big word. It's like a little trough with water, but yeah, it'll be very good for a shower and freshening up and a bit of laundry. Okay, you have anything else to say?
No, I'm falling asleep.
I know, she's falling asleep, so we will go to sleep now. Okay, that's the end
the
of...
food was delicious.
Yes, I already talked about the food.
I fell asleep very easily.
Yeah, there's a lot of animals running around here. As in, there's horses and cows and things like that, and a lot of dogs barking in the background, which potentially you can also hear, but I'm not sure. But yeah, we are hoping nothing will come to bother us. Let's see. Okay, that's it.